Get a little sip of beer here. Clear my
throat
throat
with the whistle. That's so aggressive.
All right.
We're live. This is episode 19, the first of 2025. Let's go.
Yes. How you doing, man?
Doing all right. As we were talking about
before the show, and I have it on my little headline here. R.I.P. Joe Fisher Sr.
Yes.
Yeah.
Grants is he's
making a dish for hanging out with all the dogs that he had that passed away up in heaven. Whatever he likes to do,
Hanging out. Yep.
Good cook. He was a solid cook, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you throw down in the kitchen, that's for sure.
You can really see where you guys all got your looks.
I mean,
Your dad looks so much like him, and then obviously,
the thing that has not passed down to me all much that yet is gray hair.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, you can't complain about that, right?
I do have some, but I think by this age, by 32, my dad was like just about completely gray.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Like it was ridiculous. So I got a little bit of pepper in there. But I think that the cooking, though, being a good chef, that stopped with my dad. My grandpa is a great chef, great cook. My dad's a great cook. I am mediocre at this.
It's okay. We can't all be good cooks, honestly.
I can make food. I can make food. I'll say that. As far as like throwing down and making like a really good dish, I thought I was a good cook, and now that my girlfriend,
and you're like, whoa,
dude, the shit she throws together, and just
her presentation.
It's just far enough.
Sometimes you find someone who's better than you, and that's okay.
I was giving her
a whole Food Network critique the other night, like she was on Chopped, and I was like, "Sorry, you've been chopped. This isn't good enough."
Yeah,
she was not having that. She got like 25 cookbooks or something like that. Like she was putting a couple of them away the other night in the closet, and the whole top rack of the closet was just cookbooks.
Oh my god!
It was like 20, like I said, 25, 30.
So it's a passion of hers.
Yeah.
I don't have a single cook at my house at all. Following the whole recipe, I could probably do follow the recipes I can do about that. But she just she'll flip through it, she'll find them that she likes, and she goes after it.
I used to have the old Emerald Gothy one.
Oh yeah.
Get up another notch. That was one, but I think I probably made maybe 2 recipes out of there ever. So that's like getting open and actually finding something that you want or like.
It's like Netflix. Like you're flipping through Netflix forever and trying to find something to watch, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna get McDonald's.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to start with
football this week or start with Fox Sports.
Please tell me you saw
big scandal. Roy Taylor. I've seen all that.
That was great.
Who's taking turns next? I mean,
the funniest thing about that to me, I tweeted out last night, but like Jason Whitlock has been making rounds because he used to
I saw some videos on Twitter.
Oh, he basically was alluding that. I was smart to stay away from her because I know the kind of trouble that you can get into. I was like,
you didn't have a cancer.
Nice try. I was like, him insinuating in any way, shape, or form that Joy Taylor would let him come anywhere near her peanut butter skin. Is the most ridiculous thing of all this.
You're the one that didn't have a chance.
No, not at all.
And Skip just forking over the paycheck.
Well, I mean, when you got the money and you take it and run, or do you?
Would I have sex with Skip Bayless for $1.5 million? I mean, there's a possibility.
There's a lot of things I would do for $1.5 million.
Having sex with Skip Bayless, initial thoughts. But then I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna
that really old fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my dignity and take a pass. Good for Colin Coward, though. Good day for him.
Yeah, he stayed out.
Yeah.
Very professional
is what it said.
Man,
football. Huh?
Yeah, started out with a great day.
Before we started, it was a very sad moment last night, though. Because usually Mondays, I'll go home, I'll start making dinner, and I'll turn on the TV, put on Monday Night Football in the background.
No Monday Night Football.
I couldn't do that. No. When I was flipping through the channels, there was like 2 NBA games on. I was like, there's literally nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's sad. I was like, even when the NBA is on the TV, and I'm like, wow, there's just nothing to watch.
Well, I was watching
Shark Tank.
the Blazers early, and they blew that game.
Good.
So,
yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to be competitive. You got to fight, scrap, blow a lead.
The thing with the Blazers is we can lead the whole game, and then you get fourth quarter, and then you get blown up by 23 points somehow.
Yes.
But this one it came down to the last possession, and Anthony got it stolen from him on the last shot to tie it with 3. So didn't even have a chance to get the shot off the tie and lost the Pistons. So it is what it is. It's just going to be another one of those years.
More ping pong balls.
Yeah.
Please.
And hopefully we don't keep getting screwed.
All right. I think that we are in the 5th stage of grief, and that is acceptance. And what happened on New Year's Day.
Yeah, New Year's Day.
Maybe we were not. Maybe we were still in the
No, I mean, the next day I was like, did that really happen? Like, my thoughts. But it did start out with a great double overtime game with Texas, Arizona State game.
Yeah, which, let's face it, that should not have gone to double overtime. That shouldn't have.
No, but scrappy. I mean, the way that, and honestly, Arizona State kind of got screwed with the calls in that game.
Again, it should have never come down to that. Like, shame on Texas for even allowing that to be in question at all.
Yeah.
We were up 16 in the fourth quarter.
You should have no problem.
If you stop a trick play, then you are just ending that game in regulation. But, I mean, Cam's got to he can run, he can catch, he can paint backboard, and fill up the Gatorade cooler. And he can pass.
Yeah. That guy. I mean, what a game for him.
Yeah, once they were tied it back up, let's fucking do this. Now you got to pull it out and get the dub. Unfortunately, able to.
They had that targeting. They thought it was a targeting call, but didn't get called late in the game where they probably, and then they had a game in overtime, 4th and 13. And all they needed was a stop, and then he throws a touchdown pass. It was like the biggest momentum swing we could have in the game right there.
He clutched up right there. I did not think that was going to happen.
He used crumbles.
I was shocked.
He usually can't decide if it's zone or man.
And then the very next play, because they were on offense the first time, and they get the ball the next possession, they score on the first play. So it was just back-to-back touchdowns. But Texas feeling good. And they get the 2-point conversion. And they seal it up. They get the victory. I mean, we can get into who's going to win, and the college football playoff semifinals here in a bit, because I have some thoughts on Texas, obviously, and the other 3 teams. But we were riding the high. That's a great game between Texas and Arizona State, and they're like, all right, let's get this Rose Bowl going. And boy,
before they can even switch it on ESPN, we get scored on.
Yeah.
And you knew right away, you were like, oh boy, they got something in the bag that we're not ready for.
And I will apologize for you and you and everybody else that was in attendance at the tea room. I don't think I'm a negative Nancy. I think I'm just a Debbie Downer when it comes to that stuff, because it got to a point in the game where I'm like, we're not.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your efforts, Kyle's efforts, everybody that was there, and like, hey, if we do this,
I mean, I've seen crazier things happen.
I mean, someone put out on Twitter that day, and was like, I have seen a team blow a 31-point lead in a bowl game before. And I'm like, okay, that's not really making not making really anything better.
The fact that we came within, was it 34-15 at the end of I guess we scored on the opening possession of the second half.
And that was like, and then we got to stop.
We got to stop right there. And then it was kind of like, okay, well, we can put together something here. We got ourselves a game, honestly.
And then that's where
all your dreams kind of got crumbled.
Because the offense was still not able to do anything, seemingly.
Yes.
And putting anything consistent out there.
I mean, credit to Ohio State. I will say they came out with a great game plan, especially on defense. We were blanketed. They kept everything in front of them. They kind of took what we were talking about last week I believe it was last week. Wisconsin's game plan of keeping everything in front of them, packing it really well. Their safeties filled extremely well. Tackled Jordan James so hard that he got a concussion. At one point, was that knocked out of the game.
Dude, this is the first time I'm looking at the box score of this game.
Yeah.
Negative 23 rush yards.
Unbelievable.
Like I understand Gabriel, a lot of that's because of sacks. Eliminate the Gabriel stats, okay?
We could not knock the ball.
If we eliminate the Gabriel stats, you want to guess how many total rushing yards they had?
I mean, it still wasn't
good, right? It was like 20 yards.
Exactly 20 yards.
Yeah.
Jordan James had 14. J.R. had
4. Whittington had 3. And Tez Johnson had -1.
I mean, we couldn't run the ball. We couldn't get a push somehow.
Wow, I suck at math. That's 21. Excuse me.
Okay.
I mean,
right?
Basically.
No. Hold on.
We can round down.
It's 21, right?
No, it definitely is 20. Okay.
I will
say this. Mental math ever since college.
Right.
Yeah.
Being able to do simple addition, subtraction, anything like that,
not possible for me.
I mean, you don't usually lose it, right?
It's one of those things that they say.
It takes me 3 or 4 acts any sort of easy equation now. Wait, is that? No, it's not. All right, let me have a stab at this.
I've never been good at math,
so I just continue to try to fake my way through it.
20 fucking rush.
That's terrible.
Oh my God.
And I mean, there was a lot of no one was going to be able to guard Jeremiah Smith that night, no matter what we did. I mean, he got the ball like triple coverage one time. He came down with it. He's just too big, too strong, too fast for our guys. He really was.
I felt like this season, that game was very much like a microcosm of many of the things that went wrong throughout the year. Case in point, offensive line. That was a problem at the beginning of the year, right? Offense, Oregon's offense had moments this year. While it would look great, there was definitely some times where I was just like, dude, why are we starting so slow? Why are we starting in the second half now? Why can't we get anything going? There's a few 3 and outs now, 3 and outs in a row now. It was very. I think I told you this a few weeks back. It was just like, man, Oregon's offense sometimes just. I just don't trust it, and it scares me. The defense, on the other hand, has been the most consistent unit all year long. Outside of the Penn State game and Ohio State game, they have held every opponent to 21 points or less.
Yeah.
So, and the one team that they gave up over 32 in the regular season was Ohio State. So you knew that as far as offensively for Ohio State goes, they were going to be able to put up points. And they kind of did what I had a feeling they were going to do. What was making me nervous was, one, do what they did against Tennessee, but essentially just be like, go and try and stop us. We're going to throw it over the top. We're going to go deep. We're going to say our receivers are bigger than your DBs. You try and do something about it. And they weren't. They weren't able to. And then once it just got out of hand, it's like, all right, let's just feed the rock to Hendrickson. Let's feed the rock to Judkins. Oh, there goes Trey Brown for a 57-yard run or whatever it was.
Yeah.
That helps.
I mean, they didn't have to run the ball that many times to rack up a bunch of yards, you know. But they have the dudes. Like, they're one of 3 teams in the country that recruit at that kind of level. And if they get it all together and have the right game plan, those kind of things happen. And then, honestly, Will Howard had one of the best games I've seen him have.
Your favorite player, Will Howard.
Dude, I hate Will Howard, and I would give it to him. Like that pass he had to Emeka Buka over the middle, perfectly placed. Even was it Johnson touched that. I'm pretty sure, like he tipped it a little bit, but it was perfectly placed and it was a great catch. You can't do much about that. You kind of just tip your hat to that. And he made big throws when he needed it all night, and then continuously didn't make the bad throws, which we needed something like that to kind of give us a little bit of momentum, and didn't happen.
Well, that's something else too. Is like generating that pressure, right? He never seemingly until the second half when it was well out of hand. Like they didn't put a fucking sack.
I thought they were going to get a sack, but somehow stumbled his way to the line of scrimmage. But it was like, it was like I thought it was a sack, but it really didn't end up being it because somehow got to the line of scrimmage. But we couldn't affect them very well. Their offensive line played really well. It was they played their A+ game. We came in with a fucking C+ maybe, and we can't do that against that type of team. And it happens. It sucks the way that year ends because you go perfect through the whole year, and then you lay a stinker. Then that brings to the conversation. Does that much time off make you that rusty?
And also with all top 4 seeds.
I mean, there's got to be something in it, right? It's not just Oregon.
Oregon does not equal Boise State, Arizona State, or Georgia. But then again, in Georgia's case, I was saying this to you. I said to a couple of people. In Georgia's case, it's like, that quarterback making his first starts. Yeah, but that's still a quarterback at Georgia. Like, it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I mean, you're a top recruit. Like nothing wrong with that.
But as far as the 4 teams that were in the best position, like
as far as health, your overall team and talent goes, if it isn't Georgia, it's Oregon. Like you have a starting quarterback. You're relatively healthy. For some reason, Evan Stewart can't go.
Yeah, he's back
out of nowhere. And Jordan James gets eliminated in the game. So I mean, it kind of turns into an avalanche.
They weren't doing anything on the ground anyway. So like that wasn't. And when you get down by 34 points, you can't really run the ball that much, which we continued to try to do. That didn't work. But it was one of those things where you kind of go back. Is the rust? Because in the second half, if you look at it, we was it 21-7 in the second half or something like that? Or we went on a 21-7 run after they scored 34 straight. So it was like that first half, we got blitzed and we weren't ready. The second half, we came out, we made it more respectable, only gave up 1 touchdown in the second half. But that's all they really needed. So you can say that, or you can be like, well, they kind of took their foot off the gas.
Yeah, I mean, like, you look at their second half possessions. Punt, touchdown, punt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Fucking A, man.
What did you do after that game when you left the tea room and twilight room?
I made the long, woeful drive back to the bird.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I just sadly washed dishes and did chores at home and just stared off blankly into the distance. And,
I continued to.
I think I got in some 2K and some college football on that also.
Of course. That's good.
Go Owls.
Played a couple games of Golden Tee.
I wasn't, I had to go get the sun anyways, but it was just like, man, I am not in the mood.
And then I got pretty much, I haven't got blackout drunk in a while.
Did you? Wow.
Yeah, me and Kyle ended up, because we finished at the Twilight Room, we went over to the Chill and Fill across the street. Continued to do a little.
I did notice when I got to Twilight Room, I did not see your car anymore.
No, I got dropped off.
Yeah, I was like, Aaron's gonna get after it.
Yeah, I had the day off the next day, and I was like, you know what? I told myself, we win, I'm partying. We lose, I'm just drinking my sorrows away.
Win or lose, we lose.
Yep, and that was what I did, and I don't even remember. I got an Uber. I got a lift home.
At some point.
Yeah.
I ended up at home sometime.
I got home at about 11. So I was I kept drinking that whole entire time from when you saw me at 2.
Chill until I'm going deep.
They do.
Wow.
I played a game over there too.
Probably set the record also.
I did not. I was not in the right mind to do that. I don't even remember how that went, but there's no way I set a record.
So I guess that leaves the question: is there anybody you think that can beat Ohio State?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's just theirs for the taking?
I think sneakily, if Ohio State does not play the way that they played the last Tennessee and us, any of these teams can beat them.
Even Texas?
I think Texas. I mean, I found it weird that it's a 6-point spread.
I mean, that's
honestly, it went from 6.5 to 6, and I saw the total. I already bet it 53.5 under. That is a low total to me. That should not be with the way that these two teams have been scoring lately. One just came off of 39, one just came off of 41. Something tells me that this is going to be closer than what I personally think it should be. Do I think Ohio State wins? Probably, but it would not shock me if everyone was so high on Ohio State right now that Texas, they barely squeaked by Arizona State, all of a sudden wins. I do think that Notre Dame right now is playing defensively some of the most impressive.
The Notre Dame-Penn State game is the more intriguing of the two because those teams are so similar.
Yeah.
Like great defenses, great running game, two-hit monster running back. Now you are going to get the edge as far as passing over to Brewer and Penn State just because of how he's played the last couple of weeks. But I am just – that is the one game where looking at it, I'm like, dude, flip a fucking coin. Like, I guess – and this is what I was going to ask you. I asked this on the Sports Sunday, the show on the fan that I hosted that. If you – like, who do you want to see win and go to the national championship, and who do you think is going to win? Because if it ends up Ohio State, Penn State, I don't think I'll be able to, like, I will have to watch that one with logos and colors eliminated, black and white, so that way I don't realize it's
Ohio State and Penn State.
I'm going to need a
shower after watching that.
So I could be, I could be totally wrong with this right here. I don't see really how, other than if Andy Tuttle comes out with some crazy offensive schemes, at how this Penn State team beats Notre Dame. Because I just watched Notre Dame for how many weeks straight stop the run at crazy, and they just played the best line they're going to see in Georgia with ETN, who's really good himself. And Notre Dame dominated up front, and they continuously. One thing they know how to do all year is stop the run. They got great DBs, and great safety in Xavier Watts, and I think they're going to be really hard to beat. My only thing with Notre Dame has always been how are they going to score? How are they like? That's why I think this is going to be another defensive matchup. But
yeah, we were right on the under
yep.
Notre Dame Georgia game.
Yep, and I think it's going to be similar to that. And can they get those special teams plays like they did the kick return, like they did with the pick six?
Yeah, when that kick return happened, I started the second half. I was like, all right, this is we're done here.
I mean,
there's no way Georgia's going to be able to generate anything to come back in this.
Notre Dame's defense is one of those defenses that will win games for you. Because Riley Leonard isn't going to light it up through the air. He can definitely run. He's really good at evading pressure and getting those yards that you need to get a first down. And it doesn't mean if it's like any more than that, he'll do enough to get you first downs. And you need to be able to score like 20 or more points to be able to win a game right now with the way Notre Dame's defense is playing. I'd be shocked if they do not beat Penn State, and also James Franklin cannot win a big game. And Penn State who they played, FU and Boise State, is not even close to the same level. So
I said after the Boise State game, I was like, well, of course, James Franklin won that game. I was like, Boise State isn't a top 5 team.
yeah,
that fits perfectly with this narrative.
So this is
really a top 4 team in the playoff. But that's by the bracket. If you look at their ranking, they were the number 11 or 10 team in the country.
Like if Ohio State doesn't win it, I think it's going to be Notre Dame, and I wouldn't be shocked if also ESPN really wants Notre Dame, Ohio State, like in the final, because that will do really good numbers. And I think Notre Dame has the guys to somewhat match up with Jeremiah Smith, but I don't think he'll ever be stopped in this whole entire thing. But I do find it weird, the Texas Ohio State total. That means it's going to be lower scoring than I think it is. And I've been really impressed by Notre Dame's defense.
Yeah,
I mean, they'll win you championships. It will.
Penn State's, as you mentioned, Penn State's defense the last couple of games has looked good, but SMU, Boise State does not equal Georgia. Like that, neither of those teams are the same as that. I mean, Notre Dame, this is the opposing team's point totals the last few weeks. 10 Georgia, 17 Indiana, which those two touchdowns in that were late kind of garbage time.
Yep.
USC
did have USC had a really good game, and they had a good game plan. I mean, that's one thing that really Riley's good at doing. Excuse me. And also,
Army 14, Virginia 14, Florida State 3, Navy 14, Georgia Tech 13, Stanford 7. I feel like their defense has been doing it a little bit longer as far as
ever since that NIU game, and
they only 16 in that game.
Yeah. But I mean, that's always been their like Achilles heel. Is like they've not been good on offense, but been really good on defense. And their top wide receiver, Jordan Faison, is a lacrosse player who won a national championship. Like with their lacrosse team this year.
You gotta love those scrappy lacrosse players.
Yeah, he's a little slot guy, and I mean, he doesn't even do much, So they win games off of pounding the rock with Jeremiah Love, which he got hurt in the last game, and then scrappy defense. So we'll see what Penn State can scheme up, because if there's anyone that can scheme up plays, it's definitely their offensive coordinator. But I still don't believe that this Penn State is one of the top 4 teams in the country.
Well, they are.
Well, they've got a really nice route, because I believe Oregon would have beat SMU at home, and they would have beat Boise State again.
Yeah. Would have been nice if this was a BCS year.
And we were playing. I wouldn't be feeling great against Notre Dame right now. That's not what I'm saying. But I would think we'd be in the last 4. So as
far as again, who do you want to see win these 2 games versus who do you think is going to win these 2 games? Because I'll tell you straight up who I want. I can't do Ohio State, Penn State.
No.
That game, that is one of those.
I'd rather see Penn State win than Ohio State.
I don't know. See, that's one of those where
I know why we lost to the eventual champions. I cannot have Chip win a national championship with. Yeah. I can't see Ryan Day winning a national championship. That's not.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's a tough watch. Ohio State, Penn State, that is a very difficult watch. That's one of those where I might have to just do total like mental gymnastics to act like it never even happened until we get to late August, early September.
I don't think you're going to have to worry about Penn State, but yeah. I'm going to say either Notre Dame or Texas. I'll go Notre Dame or Texas that I want. Honestly, I don't want any of these teams. I don't like any of these teams at all.
I mean, swap out maybe Notre Dame for Alabama, or maybe Texas for Alabama. You're talking about some of the most hated schools, fan bases in the country. Like Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, Notre Dame. That might be the worst collection of college football playoff teams, like Final Four, that I can remember.
Yeah.
Like at least
like over the last couple of years,
you've had some Cinderella stories, right? Like you've had the Cincinnati, you've had the TCUs that you can get behind. But these four, it's like, dear God.
Yeah.
Like, give me anybody but these four. I'm going through the college football playoffs the last few years, basically since the start. Like in the first year, Oregon, obviously, that was the one we could get behind. And the next year, Michigan State and Spartans do it. But even then, Clemson, Alabama, Michigan State, Oklahoma. 2016 was a rough year. Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and Washington.
Yeah.
I guess you can somewhat get behind Clemson in that, but still. 2017, Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, Alabama. That's a rough four right there. The very next year, Alabama, Clemson, Oklahoma, Notre Dame. I mean, wouldn't you know it? The blue blood programs kind of moving the playoff a lot.
Yeah, that's weird. You mean teams who recruit really well are in the? I gotta give a quick shout out, like I usually do, to the FCS. The Bison winning their 10th
on a punt.
Yeah, their 10th national championship in 14 years.
Why was no one fielding that punt?
I have no idea. They just, I guess, they just didn't think did they not think the clock was just going to stop? They thought it was just going to stop. I don't know.
I did not watch that game. I caught the highlights, but I didn't see that part where like they just the Bison punted, and there was no one there for Montana to catch it.
No, it just kept rolling and rolling, and then
they just kept looking at the clock. What the fuck was that?
I mean, Montana State did do a good job at like making it close at the end, but they were down early, tough to come back from, and there is no undefeated team this year in any of those. Because Montana State was the last undefeated team. So,
I don't know if you saw the quarterback for Montana when he did a little scramble and ran out of bounds on the North Dakota State sideline, and he like kept running. And when he slowed down, he kind of got over by the Gatorade bucket and cooler and stuff like that. And there was a garbage can. He just tipped the garbage can over like on purpose on their sideline.
Such a rebel.
Just a small act that really doesn't matter. The way he did it, it just felt almost like, oh man, you are asking. It was the funniest thing because literally he could have stopped like 5 yards ahead of that. He just kind of kept going, finished right in front of the garbage can, and just tipped that shit over there. You bitch.
It's like a cat, and they're just like looking at you.
Pushing something out and you're like, don't.
And they just think.
It was hilarious.
Is there college-wise? Is there anything else you wanted to highlight over the week that we didn't get to?
Oh boy! I mean, outside of games and actual playing the game and football stuff, and
Oregon got a few transfers over the
they did.
week.
The running back to Lane today.
Yeah, there's a few guys that already declared for the draft. So good luck to them. Yep, that's big for the Ducks.
Very nice. I saw that Lane running back transferring.
Yeah, Buckeyes Hughes.
He finished number 9 in the country in rushing yards.
1,500.
14.
Oh,
yeah, 14. But all 8 running backs ahead of him in total rushing yards are going to the draft. So when you look at overall rushing yards in FBS, the top leader in rushing yards that is returning to college football is this kid, Buckeyes Hughes from Lane.
Gotta love it.
I wonder if you talked to Ty Thompson about Oregon beforehand.
Did you see Ty Thompson is switching from quarterback to tight end now?
Probably not a bad idea for him.
Yeah, after that last game. The old Logan Thomas.
Oh my God. Yeah, I would definitely consider, if you want to play FBS football, a position change.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, as far as I mean, yeah, there's been some transfer portal stuff. What is it? Robbie Ashford is going to Wake Forest to team up with Jake Dicker.
Yeah, so good luck to that guy. He's been all over the place.
I think this is his 14th.
Yeah.
Same with Jake Rashad. I think this is going to be his 14th too.
Well,
Georgia, Florida,
Arizona.
He
didn't play at Denver. He wasn't even technically a part of Florida. He was signed. Yeah. The NIL didn't come through for him on that.
No. And then what's the other kid? The kid who just decommitted from Oregon this week. He committed, was on the team, went to the
Sakapellatele or whatever.
That's funny. I'm not even mad about that one. It's like,
no. Yeah. Well, he thought he was going to come in and like actually have a chance to start. And Dante Moore is like, all I've heard is like great things. I don't know if I sent you that
clip of
Tez Johnson.
Yeah, talking about him. Dude. And multiple people. Trayshawn even said something about it. And like,
well, I even wonder if that's a reason why Evan Stewart is like, yeah, I'm coming back because I know we have a good quarterback.
Oh, the guy's he can throw every single like throw that you need. Like that's the
dot.
What is he, like 6'3" too? So like he's legit. He'll be able to see over the line and make those big time throws. And I'm excited to see what he can do. And that's another reason why you haven't seen us be aggressive on any transfer like portal quarterbacks or anything. So
yeah, that's a good point.
But it's also like hopefully we have some depth that will stay, because I don't know that Austin Novostad will stay as a backup, because I think you'll be able to get some looks somewhere else and some money somewhere else, and we'll see.
Yeah. So as far as outside of that, a couple transfer guys still available out there. I saw that there was a tackle for USC that was still available. That's in the transfer portal that I thought would be hilarious if Oregon snagged him.
Pregnon?
Well. Yes.
Yeah, Emmanuel Pregnon. There's going to be another transfer portal period after spring, like springtime.
Yeah.
So people will see where they're at on the depth chart, who's going to win positions, like and then you'll get your rosters settled for the summer. But as of right now, I think we have 11 going out and 7 coming in. So there's plenty of room for people to come and add and that sort of thing later. So I think there's only a matter of time until we get some more people. Mainly, I feel like we need to upgrade in the linebacker position. That is if Bryce Betcher cannot get another waiver for another year, which had been talked about. So we'll see there. But yeah, I'm excited for next year already. I'm not going to get my hopes up, and we'll see what happens. But good year for the Ducks. Unfortunate way to end after a great season, but we'll see here these next 2 games. Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Thursday, Friday.
And with that, I don't usually do this, but 1, I got to take a piss, and 2, we got to fix your camera, bud. Something happened here.
Okay.
So take a quick commercial break here.
All right.
Oh. Fiddling with this, huh?
Is he back?
Better hope. You better pretty fucking good. Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. This. Come on. Honestly, I might even just like from now on just say fuck this camera. Just have you go on the desktop one.
Are you trying to go over to the NFL?
Yeah. Let me piss real quick.
All right.
Need to.
Woo! Did you not see something? What's going on? Georgetown 42-42 right now, by the way.
Are you guys up by like 10?
Dude, we were up more than that. It's just one time.
All right. Oh, this is all piss. Good stream, good flow.
Gotta love them.
Consistent. Yeah, we can go over to the NFL now. The playoffs are upon us.
We made it.
Got past.
Well, you made it.
And
I'm already looking at mock drafts.
Hey, I like mock draft season, honestly.
I do too. There's a website where you can actually do your own mock draft.
What pick do you guys get?
12.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys have the number 12 pick in the NFL draft. And I'll tell you what, it's NFL mock draft database.com. You can choose any team, what round, how many rounds you want to do. And just about every time I've done this, I knocked it out of the park. And I should essentially be GM of the Dallas Cowboys.
You figured it out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the first time I did this, A+, graded picks every single time. Like, and also you get trade offers. Like I'm on it right now. I mean, Washington's calling. They're on the phone. They want my number 12 pick. Tennessee's trying to give me a bunch of garbage. Dolphins want to trade one pick right now, and they'll give me next year's second round and sixth round pick. Oh, I'm accepting that.
Wow.
You know why? Because Genty's still on the board. Ooh. Pick up a couple more picks because of just going down one spot.
By the way,
did you see who the Chargers picked up this week?
Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah, you can let him on the practice squad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that they play obviously J.K. Dobbins guy, but
he's a little banged up.
Yeah, he's a little banged up, but still
he's playing. Like he's still going.
He had a great game.
Watch Zeke just go off for $125.
But week 18 is always
interesting because you got these games, like some of them don't matter at all. Some of them are like super, there's a lot of implications.
I had my fantasy championship this week.
That is unacceptable.
I'm kidding. I'm not.
Yeah.
If you were in a fantasy league that has implications from week 18, you got to fire the fish.
I think that's happened one time in my fantasy career.
And I changed it right away.
I think I won that year, so I was like, hey, let's go. Brandon Whedon, thank you for getting because I had to depend on him to put in a week 17 performance for me.
Did you happen to see that? I think it was on Instagram, Twitter, a bunch of different places where the guy had the Browns jersey of all the Browns quarterbacks in the recent era.
There would be 8 names on it just from the last
year. It was insane. It was like 4 rows of quarterbacks. It was crazy. But the Bengals winning on Saturday put them in the position where they needed Denver and the Dolphins to lose.
Which, by the way, the Bengals did everything in their power to lose that game.
Yes.
Like that should have never been that close.
Which the Steelers coming into this week. Now, since they lost and the Chargers won, they flipped positions. The Chargers now play Houston,
which
we were talking about. That's what you
That's
wanted.
what I wanted.
Yes.
And I was not excited that Houston won, but I'm also okay that Houston won coming into this week.
Whatever.
They
played the fucking Titans.
Yeah. I bet. I did bet in our game already. I did a bet.
A little skush.
I don't know if the number is still there, but I played under 43.5.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Our defense, I don't know if you saw, we've given up the least amount of points in the NFL this year.
I'm not surprised by that.
And I was very surprised to see that, honestly. I did not expect that, but Jesse Minter really turning around this defense in 1 year.
Is he getting any interviews this week? Because
if he does,
you better
keep it on the hush hush, because you know how I feel about that.
Oh yeah, the coordinators getting interviews during the playoffs. That's a real thing. If I were Dan Campbell, I would sit down both. What's his name? Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, and just be like, you guys.
Yeah,
don't fucking talk to anyone. Like I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You know, we need you more than I can put into words. For the love of God, don't talk to any fucking teams until we're done with this. Please, I beg you.
And then you had this week. You had the Bucs playing the Saints for the division.
Oh my God!
And then the Falcons playing the Panthers.
That was a great game.
And if you watched it all at halftime, you were like, "Oh no, the Bucs might be fucked."
I think they were down by 10 at halftime.
They were down, yeah. And then all of a sudden, and the Falcons were up by a bunch at halftime. And you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be fucked right here. The Falcons are gonna steal the division from them right here." And then, nope. Second half comes, the Panthers winning outright, get a win, and then Baker does this thing, gets them over the hump, and they throw to Mike Evans on the last possession of the game to get him $3 million bonus in incentives.
I will say incentive season's pretty funny.
It was awesome.
Like the players that are trying to get just that one catch, that 50 yards, the whatever it is, like it is hilarious to watch.
Also, if you think that sportsbooks don't know incentives and make that into their lines ahead of time, you're crazy. Well, because they're not going to let that go.
The Mike Evans receiving yard total Sunday morning just before the game was at 100.5.
Yeah, which is just absurd. Absurd.
Because you knew he wasn't going to get there.
Yeah.
But the fact that they gave that to him and let him get that, I think I was more surprised at just how you put the Chiefs like second team in there in Carson Wentz and 38-0, you get blanked. I mean, Bo Nix played an absolute like gem of the game, but still, it's like you can't get 1 point without like Patrick Mahomes in that starting offense. I don't know.
That's Carson Wentz football right there.
I guess that's the difference between starters and backups in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, clearly you were playing a JV squad out there.
Give it up for Deanna McKee over there too for the Eagles.
I will not give up anything to the
269 yards and 2 touchdowns. He didn't throw an interception. Played pretty well for the most part. And also Joe Milton went out there and absolutely. I don't know if you saw any of that game.
He lost Ron Mayo his job is what he did.
He went out there and fucking balled.
I did see some clips.
He was all over the place, like making plays happen when things shouldn't have happened. And I was pretty impressed. We always know about his arm strength and what he can do, but it's like to see it actually work, like in a game against an NFL team. You're like, oh, okay, because that's the first like live action in the NFL, really.
So just real quickly, I went back and found the championship fantasy season I had where we had to play week 17. It wasn't Brandon Wheaton who I had to start. This was a 2-quarterback league, by the way.
Okay.
So I had Ben Roethlisberger starting, but I also had Brian Hoyer out there. This was 2015. Brian Hoyer getting some time. Dorial Green Beckham as my third wide receiver.
Tigers.
Chris Ivory and Ronnie Hillman as my starting running backs. And then for my flex positions, Keyshawn Martin. I don't even remember who Keyshawn Martin was. But he got me. No, he only got me 1.14 points that week. Dear God. Josh Bellamy. Can I entertain me with some Josh Bellamy. How about some Corey Brown? Wasn't he supposed to be like the next the Titan? No, he went undrafted. Who am I thinking of the Titans receiver that got drafted in the first round?
From Western Michigan.
Corey Davis, that son of a bitch. Yeah, I remember this fantasy league in particular. I was considering having a mutiny in the championship game. I made the championship game. I thought it was complete bullshit that we had to play week 17 championship game. And I was considering about benching every single player and not having one player in my starting lineup. Just pin it to 0. So that way the champion would not have the satisfaction of having a real victory and a real win. Because he would never know.
Yeah.
He would never know. Yeah. I was very much like up until like the last day, I was like, dude, I'm gonna do it. I'm not playing a single one. I had to sit Todd Gurley, for God's sake. Des Bryant had to sit out that game. Yeah.
Can you see that?
What?
I tried to share something with you.
Oh my God. I'm seeing it right now.
You are? That was what I was talking about. That's the jersey he had. He starts out with the couch.
Some of these guys, I was like, oh my God.
What's the
Jeff Garcia, Kelly Holcomb, like
Luke McCown, Trent Dilfer,
Charlie Fry,
Ken Dorsey.
They got Anderson. Oh, they're from
Capital High School.
Bruce Gradkowski, Colt McCoy, Jake Delhomme.
And then want to go to Delhomme.
Who's Lewis?
Yeah.
Right?
Who is
Jason Campbell?
Oh God,
Brian Hoyer, Johnny.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, Deshaun Kaiser. There he is. Cody Kessler. Oh my God. Kyle Hogan.
Right?
Jesus Christ. What's the flag? I know it's Deshaun Watson. Is that like a sexual survival?
Yeah.
He really did.
Good for him.
Nick Mullins up there.
I like how you can clearly see the Winston and Zappy.
Yeah.
Names are like, and some of these names are completely like, oh, he used a different color, different font. Like he's like, wow. That is.
It's quite the jersey. I had to find it and show it to you because this thing is.
And then just Tim Couch.
That's just a fucking laundry list.
And all the glory.
That is tough. If you're a fan of that team.
Wow. All right, let's get to the playoff match. So we got a few more minutes here. Besides your Chargers taking on the Texans.
First game of the playoff, by the way.
As is tradition. Texans get that.
1:30, yeah.
Yeah, that's, I mean.
This time they're going to lose.
I think that's now 7 Saturday afternoon playoff games for the Texans. And the next closest team is the Chiefs with like 3.
Yeah.
So they used to throw Alex Smith in that slot.
I don't know what you're doing on Saturday, but I am meeting up with Smitty and we're going to watch these games.
Well, Saturday morning, we got a big basketball tournament in Sherwood.
Oh, in Sherwood.
Oh, yeah. First game's Hawks and UL.
The Tigers come to.
We're coming to Sherwood, baby. Hawks and UL Elementary, which used to be our middle school.
Which is crazy.
Yes. Now, I saw on the schedule that their tournament, that their games were at Hawksview Elementary. I was like, what the fuck is Hawksview? I know this is Sherwood, but what the fuck is Hawksview Elementary?
I used to play games.
That's my middle school.
I used to play games there.
Same
I used to play at all those gyms. Every single gym I've played games
I'm
there.
falling out. I had some fucking classic.
Oh, dude. That was my peak of basketball.
Well, you know, you definitely had more experiences there than I did. I had my 1 year of Walton Rec basketball where we played Sherwood teams also, and I remember just giving it to Barry Stade one game.
Barry Stade.
Just sending that ball into the rafters on one block.
Barry Stade. That's where I got my hook shot.
Yeah,
that's where I started the old hook shot.
I remember, D-Light and Tony Alvarez's team just absolutely giving us the work one game, though. They had a squad. Hey, D-Light had a stroke, dude.
The lefty.
He had a jumper. I will give that kid that all day long. Not the shot, just I will give him credit for the shot.
So the Tigers come to Sherwood.
Yeah, so their morning games. And the girlfriend, she's got brunch mahjong. So with her friends, they eat after some mahjong. So she's going to be doing that after those games, and then I think I might be freed up.
We will be in that area, Walton, Sherwood area. So you let me know if you're trying to.
Chargers, Texans, Steelers, Ravens.
Yep.
And an AFC North
battle. But no, very excited for this game. I don't really know what to expect.
Honestly, direction from here.
Yeah.
I expect the Chargers win is what I expect.
I mean, I do too, but you never know. I don't think the Texans have had that great of a year. I'm not extremely scared of them. They don't have Tank Dell. I'm pretty scared of Nico Collins, what he can do.
Your SDD coordinator is escaping me. What's his name?
Disenter?
Send the house.
Oh,
send everybody. That line.
We'll send Darwin James from all sorts of angles. We'll put Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, who are both healthy. Healthy quotation marks.
As healthy as you can be.
Yes.
At this point.
Yeah. Joey Bosa's always playing with something. But I mean, and the fact that we've done this without Asante Samuel Jr. all year, he's been hurt all year. He's our number one corner, and we even had him. We're playing with a couple like rookie guys in there right now, and they've done so well, like really so well. And then Loki Gilman finally came back at safety. He missed 6 weeks. In his first game was last week, so kind of breaking some guys back in there, and hopefully Roman lets the offense loose. When Justin can get back there and fucking sling the ball around, even though we don't have great targets, Quentin Johnson had his best game as a Charger last game.
That snag he had,
dude. What is it? I think he had 13 catches.
50-50, or like 100%.
Dude, 13 catches for 100 and some yards, and he had his best game as a Charger. If he can continue doing that into the playoffs, I feel really good about what we got, because Justin kind of makes anything work. Will Disley had fucking 5 receptions, like big receptions, but Ladd McConkey will come up with big time like routes on third down to get us a first down. And then he had a 42-yard run last week too. That 42-yard run where he took off, hurt knees, hurt ankles. It doesn't matter. The guy's still playing through it, and I fucking love it. Like he's a total dork, and it still doesn't. The guy is very talented and a competitor. So I'm excited. I like the matchup that we have. I think it's going to be low scoring. I don't think it's going to be pretty. Like I do not think the game will be pretty, but I think we'll be able to squeak out a victory. But then it's always a death sentence that you're playing
27-13.
I like that.
What's the point total set at? 39.5? 43.5. There you go. Hit the under.
Yeah.
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
But then you have to play the Chiefs second round, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. That's a dub right there.
We're going to lose by a field goal in the last second. I've already seen it.
I think it's going to be what kind of win have we yet to see for the Chiefs? How about a returned field goal for a touchdown? We go kick 6 for the Chiefs.
They're about to lose, and then they block it and take it back.
Yeah, let's go into Sean Jackson-esque punt return as time expires. How about that?
Then real quick, we should get to these other games real quick. The Steelers Ravens.
If the Ravens don't win this, shame on them.
Yes, but also they've already lost to the Steelers this year.
Yeah, but also the Steelers have looked like dog water the last 4 weeks.
If there's any coach that I trust to get something right, it's that. But also,
their offense can't do anything.
Who has been linked to the Jets job and is interviewed? Arthur Smith. My thing is like that last couple.
It is the Jets, but also it's like, have you watched
But besides the fact that he's done that, my thing is always been like, hey, if your head's not in the right spot, if it's somewhere else.
It's not Dan Quinn last year and what his defense did.
But I think Mike Tomlin might have an exception to that because obviously I think the Ravens are going to win 9.5 points. That's crazy. Russell Wilson is seeing his time. But do I want it to be closer? I want it to be a closer, good game.
Yes.
And that's what I'm going with.
Hey, I would love for it to be a classic Ravens Steelers just slobber knocker, where it is a one possession, maybe 3-point game. I pray that that's what it is because those are classic games. But the way the Ravens, not just how the Steelers have looked the last 4 weeks, but how the Ravens have looked the last few weeks too. Like they have turned it on.
Yes.
And they are looking like, I mean, I said this a couple weeks ago. It's like they're one of the 4 teams I could see winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
Like it's Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Ravens, and then there's a cutoff for me. Those are the 4 teams I can see pulling it off. So yeah, I mean, there's no fucking reason they should be losing to the Steelers this weekend. Really, there's no reason why it should be close. But it's Steelers. It's AFC North. I mean,
they know each other better than anyone, so it's probably going to be a close game, which we want to see.
Yes,
and that's why they put it at prime time on Saturday.
Sunday.
Yes, early in the morning.
Just come on, Mo.
You want to say that, but I think this is one of those wild card games that gets a little out of hand.
Yeah,
the Bills.
I foresee it.
You're playing in New York. It's just not going to be what you want to see from Bo Nix and this team. Congrats on getting in, and congrats on his rookie season.
Which I didn't think was going to happen.
He had an amazing season.
If the Bengals beat them in Week 17, I did not. I thought it was just going to be like, this is all just going to fall into place where the Bengals get that last spot.
Yep.
And thankfully they didn't. And yes, hell yeah, go Bo, getting that wild card, getting into the playoffs, 10-win season. But yeah, I think that's where it ends. Is that you go to Buffalo, you play a team in Buffalo that can't lose at home. One of the toughest places to play in NFL. Like,
yeah,
the Bills are a juggernaut. I mean,
Josh Allen is not losing first round.
No. What a fucking upset that would be, though.
Unbelievable.
I feel like we might have talked about this. Like, there's not a lot. Like basically since the Giants' last Super Bowl, it's been chalk for the most part. Like as far as Super Bowl winners, or like they're either the 1 seed or the 2 seed from the conference. Like there isn't a lot of like wild card teams making it. There hasn't been one that's made a run really.
Yeah, it's pretty tough in the NFL for that. Like you can kind of see the best teams. They rise to the top of the best times.
And the Broncos are not going to be that team this year.
Unfortunately, I don't think they have that. This game really intrigues me. The Packers-Eagles. I think it is a tough draw for the Eagles.
I agree with you. Especially if they don't have Hurts. And I fucking hate Jalen Hurts.
That is also how healthy is Jalen Hurts. And still, if Jalen Hurts is 80%, whatever he might be.
The fact he's going on a 3rd week of concussion protocol, though, is not ideal.
He just like still doesn't make the downfield throws that we all think that he should make.
Nope.
The Packers defense is not a defense you really want to go against if you're struggling. And I think it's a weird thread. And it went from 3.5 to 4.5, which is fine. The total does not surprise me at all, 44.5. But I just think that Green Bay matches up pretty well. Do I think the Eagles ultimately get it done? Yes, I do. Because I think they're a better all-around team. And they got the best running back in this game who's been phenomenal this year. But I think that 4.5, like this is a 3-point game. Like,
I saw that today.
Something weird is going to happen.
And I looked at the spread today and I saw 4.5. I was like, give me Packers to cover that.
Yeah.
I don't care that it's in Philadelphia. If you've got one, you got a Jalen Hurts that might not even play, and even if he does, he hasn't played in 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of like the Chargers game, it's like, dude, fucking just blitz him.
Yeah.
Get Jalen Hurts to have
Uncomfortable.
Yes.
Get him uncomfortable.
100%. Because he's going to want to try and be as comfortable as possible coming back from all that time and just be able to hit his spots and be able to play quarterback normally. And it's like, dude, you fluster him right away.
Yep.
Like, do not
All over his ass.
Yes, 100%. That's what I would do. But yeah, I love the Packers covering 4.5. That's one I'm on to.
I really think they did a good job of putting this Commanders-Bucks game late. Highest total, the most amount of points.
Yeah, little script at work, baby.
Right?
The most amount of points where I think that you're going to see. I think it's going to be back and forth
Yeah,
for a lot of the game.
give me the over.
Yeah, over 50.5.
Yeah.
They've seen each other this year. I think it was similar,
Both back and forth, back and forth.
What week was that? Because I do not remember.
I don't remember
either what week it is, but great game.
Week 1.
No way.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah. Week 1, 37-20.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Bucks went up 37.
Could be similar because the Bucks are host to this.
Hire the Cannons.
I think it's going to be a really good game, which I'm excited to watch.
And that's, to me, and that's a coin flip one. Like, having Tampa favored by 3, that's just because you're the home team. Like,
Yeah,
That's essentially home field advantage, right?
I mean, that's, to me, because I can easily see the Commanders winning this.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to the experience, and Jay Daniels might not be ready yet for that stage. He could be. He could be. I think that they have really good.
Isn't it bizarre that, granted, you're playing the Bucks versus the Bills, but it's like I have more faith in Jaden Daniels in his first playoff game than Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Like, and I love the Bucks. I love Baker Mayfield. I
Also,
love that offense.
It's because of the teams they're playing. Like the Bills are not a team that I want to see in the playoffs.
Yeah.
The Commanders and the Bucks defense definitely gives you more hope of what you can do.
But the Buccaneers offense, that's the one where it's like, if there's one team in the NFC playoffs where it's like, okay, they can keep pace with the Buccaneers in this first round at least, it's the Commanders.
Yeah.
The Commanders and maybe the Rams, but it just depends on what team you get from the Rams week to week, right?
Yep.
So that's where, again, Commanders Bucks game, I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. Like, I guess we'll get to Tampa because of that home. And
I trust Baker Mayfield on a last-second drive. I will say that for a field goal. McLaughlin's been awesome this year. And then the last game of the night, Monday.
We get a Monday game, Monday playoff game. And Vikings, Rams, two teams that have been super hot lately. Vikings get demolished against the Lions at home.
God.
And
They should try scoring outside of the 20-yard line.
like maybe you're down in the goal line multiple. I mean, I give it to Aaron Glenn and that Lions defense. They did a great job. But also, Sam Darnold missed a few really nice passes.
He had one that Justin Jefferson
to the right side of the back pylon. It was
wide
like,
open. It was one of those.
you just gotta get it there. You just gotta get it there, bud. But the Vikings have been overall the better team this year. They should get it done. I do find it weird that the 1-point spread, and
we got to go to the raucous crowd of Los Angeles.
Dude, the Rams are just scrappy. They're just scrappy team. I don't think they're great. They got a better than Matt Stafford at quarterback. You can't count them out. But the Vikings, I'm going to give them that 1-point edge, but I'm not confident on that, honestly.
Yeah, that's another one where it's hard to say what happens. I mean, you got to somewhat trust the Cardinals. Or Cardinals, Jesus Christ, I just saw their logo. You got to trust the Vikings because, I mean, they aren't a fluke. They just ran into it in this old, after 1 week.
Did you lose losses to the Lions?
Yes. Well, and their other loss is to the Rams. So,
number. They may have a number.
It's going to be close. You know it's going to be close, especially with the points for the one.
It was close the first time. It's going to be close again. And it's in LA. I think which was the first one was in LA too.
That's going to be 60% Vikings fans in that place.
Well, that's fair. I mean, it's not a Chargers game, but
yeah. That was the Rams Vikings game. That was the Sam Darnold face mask game where they didn't call him face mask.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, he was then what is it? Then the Rams got the ball back.
Yep.
The Rams got the lead 28-20, and then they didn't call the face mask. Sam Darnold ended up taking a safety, gets sacked in the end zone, and it made it 30-20 in the final. But that was that game where they did not call the face mask on the Rams.
Pretty crazy. But I mean, I'm excited for these games. We made it to playoffs, 18 weeks, long season. These teams have fought to get here, and we get playoff football right now. We get Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Pretty cool.
And I believe the college football games are on Thursday, Friday.
Friday.
So you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday of playoff football.
Yep. It's all big stakes.
Well,
It don't matter.
give me a towel.
Put it in my veins.
Oh my God.
We'll be seeing you Saturday, hopefully, after the Tigers get a win.
I will be. Let's see.
Okay. I'll pump the brakes on that.
I don't know what Beaverton is like, but the Lake Ridge has got some kid on their team that is just nasty.
Dude, LO area always has someone who
I'm
just
telling you,
should not be.
There's one kid on the team that just he can put it up from anywhere 3-point line and he gets it. It is just like basically in the second half, people stop cheering and clapping because it's just like, okay, we get it, kid. You're fucking lights out. It's insane. You'll catch me at to be determined establishment for Chargers Texans.
All right.
Well, that's episode 19. We'll be back next Tuesday though, or Wednesday, whenever we decide to do it, for episode 20 and for divisional playoff and for
CFP
championship game preview.
Yeah.
My God. All right. Thanks for listening out there. Peace.
Peace. Solid.